So today we're going to be taking a look at the Spigen Enzo leather case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, this is Spigen's absolutely most premium case that they make, and the price on this case is $150. That's right, $150 for this one individual case. So let's go ahead and take a look, see if it's worth it, and check it out. So first and foremost, we get this packaging. Now this is very different from Spigen's normal packaging, which usually just looks like this. Now this is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid Black Frosted case. If you guys are interested in this one, I'll be sure to leave the review in the end card. But this is the normal Spigen packaging that you get for their cases, but for the Enzo, you do get some special packaging. So looking around the box, it's just a nice completely black box with that little Enzo logo right there and the Spigen logo right there. Nothing too crazy. So as soon as we open it up, you are greeted with your certificate of authenticity. So let's actually take a look and see what this looks like here. So very nice. You almost feel like you want to have some white gloves on for this unboxing, but here, basically, it says the certificate of authenticity confirms your purchase as a genuine product of Spigen. The enclosed unit meets all craftsmanship standards of our limited Enzo collection. So that is the certificate of authenticity. You do get a serial number on there, and that's pretty much it with that. So we will take our case out, and also, now I have been using this case for a couple days, so I did cut these hang tags off of here, but there are a few hang tags. So the first one is this Genoma leather little hang tag right here. That way you can kind of learn a little bit more about what Genoma leather is. Then right here, we do have a certificate of authenticity as well. And just get some silica gel that we'll set to the side. Now also in the packaging, we get our Enzo wrist strap, which I'm not going to attach this to the case itself, but I will show it to you guys. This also is full grain Genoma leather, and it matches with the Enzo itself. So you do get a nice wrist strap with the Spigen logo right there. And on the side of the case, which let's go ahead and take a look at, you just open it up from this paper right here. And here we have our Enzo. So let's take all of this and kind of set it off to the side a little bit. And if you guys can see that it does match perfectly to the case, the wristband, and you do have a lanyard loop right there that you're able to attach that wristband to if you'd like. I'm not going to do that, but you can if you want to. So the main event, let's take a look at the case itself. Now, first and foremost, you get greeted with this very nice feeling Genoma Italian leather. It feels very premium, full grain leather. It feels very similar to a lot of the other leather cases on the market, but it is a vegetable tanned leather, and it looks really good. Now, it doesn't have a very strong smell, which I wish that it had a little more of a leather smell to it, especially for 150 bucks, but you kind of get what you get. Now, also, you do get your diamond cut anodized aluminum camera ring, as well as the buttons. All of the hardware, and this logo right here, all of the hardware is diamond cut anodized aluminum. So you're going to get very, very precise cutouts, buttons, everything like that, 100% precise. So looking at the inside, you get this very nice sort of microfiber or Alcantara type of material and some foam padding going around the MagSafe logo up here and down here. So this is definitely going to help protect your phone a little bit, especially from any kind of debris or scratching, anything like that. And on the inside, you do just get Spigen's air cushion technology, which gives you that little bit of extra protection for this case itself. Now, like I said right here, you do get that MagSafe magnet. I do see a little bit of an imprint right there. Not sure if you guys can see that, but that right there is the imprint for the alignment magnet. So you do get that as well. So before we put our phone in here, let's go ahead and grab our scale over. We'll check out how much this weighs. So putting it down, we are looking at 44 grams. So it's right there around the Andar Aspen's weight. Very good weight on this case. Not too light, not too heavy. Right there in the middle at 44 grams. That's a good weight on this one. So it's not going to feel too different, you know, when you're using it from any of your other leather cases. So let's go ahead and take our black titanium 15 Pro Max and we'll slap it in here. Let's listen for that click. Now, before we move on, this case is kind of similar to how the Nomad cases are, where you don't get leather going all the way around. The leather is just on the back of this case, but if you kind of see, you can see a little bit of a seam right there. But also this material here is just your normal TPU type of material, but it's there to also give you that air cushion technology, so that drop protection on the case itself, as well as a little bit more of a grippy feel. So let's take a look at how it fits on the phone and those corners. So the first one, nice click on there. Oh, very good click on the camera corner. 3 and 4. So you got a nice solid click on each corner. You don't have to worry about this coming out of your case if you drop it. It's a pretty good fit on there. And let's see how those sides are. Now, of course, by the buttons, you're going to get a little bit more play, but coming down here, you do have to give it a good bit of pressure before it moves around. So I do like to see that. The bottom of it is a little bit loose. I wish it was a little bit tighter right there, but you know, it's that TPU style material. So I guess it's just a little bit more flexible. I do want to see this be a little stiffer down here. And on the top, you do have a nice stiff top. Now, don't forget, let's keep this about phone cases now. So moving along, let's check out the top and all the rest of the edges. Now on the top, it is completely closed in. On the left-hand side, you get your action button, volume up and down. And let's listen to how those buttons sound. Nice clicky buttons, but the only thing that I noticed about this case is that these buttons do rattle a little bit. Let me see if you guys can hear it. Yeah, so there is a slight rattle on the buttons. It is noticeable if you're using the case or like you tap it around a little bit, you can kind of hear it, but it's not extremely loud, but that is definitely something to note. For $150, I would like to see no button rattle on here. I think these buttons could be refined a little bit more so that there's no movement on them, but you know, you kind of get what you get. But for $150, I definitely want to see that changed. Now moving along to the bottom, you do have accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as a nice wide open USB Type-C port right there. Let's go ahead and take our Anchor cable, plug that in. There we go. We are charging, and you do get a nice wide open USB Type-C port right there. So pretty much any of your cables will fit in here with no issues whatsoever. And moving along to that right-hand side, like I showed you guys before, there is that lanyard loop there for the wrist strap, and the rest of it is completely closed in with that power button right there. Now, taking a look at that camera protection, we do have a very nice camera bump right there, so you can absolutely feel free to set your phone down on its back like that on pretty much any surface, and you will be good to go. But I would just be a little bit careful because, of course, when spending $150, you don't want to scratch up the leather that's on your case. So I really personally would only set it down on smooth surfaces like this, like a desk or something like that. Nothing really too crazy, no crazy surfaces, so you don't scratch up the back of that. And also, taking a look at that screen protection, I do have a tempered glass screen protector on here, and we do have a pretty decent screen lip right there, so you can kind of set this down on certain surfaces. Again, I would only stick to very flat, smooth surfaces, screen down, but you are able to do that without scratching up your screen, so that is always nice to see. Now, how does this case feel in the hand? It's very comfortable to hold. This Genoma leather on the back feels very nice. It doesn't feel like there's any weird coatings or anything like that on there. It's very comfortable to hold. The bottom of it is not sharp, so if you hold your phone like this, you'll have no issues whatsoever. Very comfortable to hold no matter which way you grab it, and it has a very nice fit onto here. Now let's go ahead and test out the MagSafe real quick. We'll attach that. There's our animation, and let's check it out. Now you are getting a little bit of movement from the Apple MagSafe battery pack along with the Spigen Enzo. Now, Spigen's MagSafe this year has been improved a lot, but apparently, you know, this one's not as strong, especially when it comes to the leather on leather. You are going to get a little bit of movement there. So for your pocket, your purse, or your sling bag, I would be careful using the leather wallet or the fine woven wallet as a MagSafe accessory on this case. So something to note with that. Now, moving along to the Apple MagSafe battery pack, let's go ahead and slap this on. Nice click on there, and there's our animation. And on this one, like I said, we can test that there actually is that alignment magnet there. You can kind of get it to stop a little bit before continuing along. So you do have that nice alignment magnet. And let's see, can we shake it and get it off of the case? Now I can feel it slipping a little bit. See how hard I can shake it. I feel it slipping, it's coming off. It's wanting to pop off a little bit, but something about the case is saving it. So there is pretty decent MagSafe on here. I think if this was not silicone, it would have slipped off, but I think that silicone on that leather material just kind of holds it on a little bit when those magnets just barely want to give out. And finally, moving along to our Anchor623, let's go ahead and test that out. Now, we can definitely pick it up and give it a little bit of a shake before it starts to come off, but it's just barely a little bit of a shake. It's a little bit of a wrist movement and it'll come right off. So let's do our 360-degree rotation test. So right now we're just using it, tapping it around, and we decided to go ahead and watch a movie. So, sit here this way, perfectly good. Go ahead and tap it around, no problems whatsoever. It's not coming off of your mount, but I am just clicking every other thing on my screen and checking it for the 360-degree rotation. It passes that with flying colors. So good MagSafe on here, even though it's not the best with the MagSafe wallets, especially leather ones. No matter what, it is pretty good. Now, one great thing about the Spigen Enzo is also that you get their upgrade system. So if you've had the Spigen Enzo for any of your phones before, you can get a new one and just contact Spigen, and they'll actually give you a discount on the Enzo for next phone just because you already had one. So it's kind of like being in a little club. As soon as you have one, you'll always get discounts on future ones. And also you do get a nice lifetime warranty through Spigen for the Enzo, as well as upgraded levels of support and things like that for their premium customers that do spend $150 on this case. So that is a nice touch to see from Spigen. So with all that being said, do I recommend the Spigen Enzo? And honestly, for $150, I think it's hard to recommend any phone case for $150 because there are just so many other amazing options out there for a fraction of the price. You're talking Andar Aspen, $55. Even the Bull Strap, $90. You guys just recently saw the Mujo case on my channel, also around $50, $60. Then you've got the Ryan London. You've got so many other leather options with full grain leather. Yeah, they're not Genoma leather, but to be honest with you, you can hold two with your eyes closed in your hands and you really won't feel a difference. Just, from a regular consumer who spends their own money on things, you really won't feel a difference. So, be honest with you, for $150, no, I don't recommend this case. I would say if you're interested in it, and you can find it on a good deal, sure, pick it up. But I couldn't give this case a recommendation for any more than $70, maybe $80. But if you guys are interested in this one, I'll be sure to leave the link down in the description below. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. Do you like it? Have you ever tried it? I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to think about this one. And also, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're interested in another great leather case option, I'll be sure to leave that right there.